Well, let me welcome our friends and colleagues from Morocco for this very important first session of the U.S.-Morocco Strategic Dialogue.
I stay up, never sleep, place we gotta go. That way. Nation deep, Mufti's on the road, 70. I stay up, sleep ain't in my plan. Why? Cause there they go, trying to sense the process in my land. My land. We get all the profits in my land. God bless all the prophets in my land. My land. Take off on my flight before my land. Yeah, my land. Yeah, my land. Bury the hate, shine with the love. I am a God. Honor my fam, longer my days. Guy in the shot. I throw the Hail Mary, get bloody like Carrie. Die in my prime, like busting the grape, then pressing a bond. Get better with time, I phone home to the fortress. Memorize all the records of the Moors, live buried in my conscience. Library of the Congress, lives vary by the context. 1492, talk about the Spanish when it came to conquest. In real life, playing contraband, trunk filled with the contraband. Hard life for an honest man, all night for my daughter. On a hot block with no Montepan. My land, that's express trust in the plan. Drew Ali, prophet of man. Who I be, count with Steve Vance. Yes, indeed, this be my land. I stay up, never sleep, place we gotta go. That way. Nation deep, Mufti's on the road, 70. I stay up, sleep ain't in my plan. Why? Cause there they go, trying to sense the process in my land. My land. We get all the profits in my land. God bless all the prophets in my land. My land. Take off on my flight before my land. Yeah, my land. Yeah, my land.
It's not a city corpse. 10,000 years haven't been a corpse. Foreigners came to my land pointing guns and swinging Jesus cross. Empire, not a cityscape. 5 atomic, not shitty lakes. Continent, not Turtle Island. Noblemen, not a wild man. Home is North America, not a stranger, but the landlord. Free white people, not Negro, black, Ethiopia colored. Navigating with my water. Blacks are still getting slaughtered. Nationality, the order. Foreigners create war borders. Calling themselves governors since they can't call themselves babe. To keep you in ignorance, they replace the E with the A. Keep you defended, always a defendant. Kill your brother over sneakers, but when the highwaymen kill you, you won't defend it.
I stay up, never sleep, place we gotta go. That way. Nation deep, Mufti's on the road, 70. I stay up, sleep ain't in my plan. Why? Cause there they go, trying to sense the process in my land. My land. We get all the prophets in my land. God bless all the prophets in my land. My land. Take off on my flight before my land. Yeah, my land. Yeah, my land. Mo, I stay up.
Islam.
Place we gotta go. That way. Nation deep, Mufti's on the road.
It is a violation
I stay up, sleep ain't in my plan.
of dignity.
Trying to sense the process in my land. My land.
As long as there's
My land.
blood,
God bless all the prophets in my land.
the name of God, true and lasting peace.
My land. My land.
And we're back in third quarter planning. Adams is quarterbacking this project, and she is looking pretty tired, Jill.
She's stuck, Bill.
The shadow box, the shadow box. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow box, the shadow box. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Levitate, this hoverboard rap. Thank me now, you're welcome like a floor mat. Beat my format, tarot deck, I sort that. Pulled up magician, now you see my forecast. Royal Palace in the crystal ball. I'm a fully spitting bullets, that's John Wall. We dialing up classics and it's on call. How you bounce back after the fall? That's a question. We building, not finessing. You got complaints or suggestions. Decided law is my reference. Y'all decorate. The essence is my preference. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find the nation. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find a nation. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. This shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. This shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Step into this ring, the gods of war sing. Drum steady pounding to the bloodstream coursing. Heed their warning just before the sword swings. Move north 4 degrees, avoiding its sting. Listen to their voices, sight unseen. Quiet all the noises, focus on just being. I am one with the breeze that eases through the trees. I am one with the earth underneath your feet. I am water walking land in the form of man, the king of Siam. I am that I am. I'm that fire that's burning deep inside your heart. The synchronized senses moving your body parts smoothly with fluidness, highly intuitive. Knew the movements of your fists before you even did. With each step left, right, feeling oddly compelled, because the shadow box with God is to spar with the self.
Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. This shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. This shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Recognize your dark aspects, I don't mean skin tone. Outside truths in the house, demons you bring home. Outside clothes on your bed, sleep with a night hat. Paralysis when you sleep, dreams every night bad. Subconsciously suppressed aspects, acts called jump. About negative behaviors, unravel is done. See the deepest trauma and guilt you push away. Causes depression, addiction, and anger you display. Identity is central to the practice of magic. Witchcraft help you rewrite and conquer your habits. Detrimental to the growth, exploring the shadow self of man. Learn the lesser banish with pentagrams. Get a black candle, a pen or a pin. Scratch shadow emotions and let the healing begin. Light it and meditate, burn it down to the end. It's locked in. This is what we call shadow boxing.
Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in.
The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Levitate, this hoverboard rap. Thank me now, you're welcome like a floor mat. Beat my format, tarot deck, I sort that. Pulled the magician, now you see my forecast. Royal Palace in the crystal ball. I'm a fully spitting bullets, that's John Wall. We dialing up classics and it's on call. How you bounce back after the fall? That's a question. We building, not finessing. You got complaints or suggestions. Decided law is my reference. Y'all decorate. The essence is my preference. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find the nation. No hesitation with the demonstration. On my back is where you find a nation. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. This shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. This shadow boxing, this shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Step into this ring, the gods of war sing. Drum steady pounding to the bloodstream coursing. Heed their warning just before the sword swings. Move north 4 degrees, avoiding its sting. Listen to their voices, sight unseen. Quiet all the noises, focus on just being. I am one with the breeze that eases through the trees. I am one with the earth underneath your feet. I am water walking land in the form of man, the king of Siam. I am that I am. I'm that fire that's burning deep inside your heart. The synchronized senses moving your body parts smoothly with fluidness, highly intuitive. Knew the movements of your fists before you even did. With each step left, right, feeling oddly compelled, because the shadow box with God is to spar with the self.
Shadow box, the shadow box. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Recognize your dark aspects, I don't mean skin tone. Outside shoes in the house, demons you bring home. Outside clothes on your bed, sleep with a night hag. Paralysis when you sleep, dreams every night bad. Subconsciously suppressed aspects, acts called job. About negative behaviors, unravel is done. See the deepest trauma and guilt you push away. Causes depression, addiction, and anger you display. Identity is central to the practice of magic. Witchcraft help you rewrite and conquer your habits. Detrimental to the growth, exploring the shadow self of man. Learn the lesser banish with pentagrams. Get a black candle, a pen or a pin. Scratch shadow emotions and let the healing begin. Light it and meditate, burn it down to the end. It's locked in. This is what we call shadow boxing.
Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman. Shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. You close-minded, then you boxed in. The shadow boxing, the shadow boxing. Perfect your craft, become a marksman.
Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious. Ali is happy when Moors are happy. Vixens wink fake lashes trying to trap me. 40 days and nights battling the lower demons. This is not the land, hybrids can't be free men. If this is not their land, who's the immigrant thinking they're sovereign? Imagination figment, recessive is their status, lacking pigment. Game for the Thanksgiving, but no commitment to indigenous Moors they conquered with Bibles, signs in the vitals and signs in the cycles, only to strangle, embracing my rivals. Free national standards, not playing with the tribals. Each Moor is their own Christ, not disciples. Whether hands or thoughts, no worshiping idols. Always carry my Moorish Quran, no recitals. Everyone will not process ancients' arrivals. Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
Innate mystic ability to show and prove a lesson, coupled with the agility to move you with the message, presence of divine mind to navigate you with a reference, urgent with a purpose, perfect. Emergent urban legends, real more is not a question or a choice or a preference. You are who you are, you should have the same obsession. Broke the same jewels to a dude, the corner, Jane and Western. What you reppin', all that effort, that direction, keep you separate in a world of blind sheep. I was born to be a shepherd, mind like an elephant, got the paws of a leopard.
Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious. Ali is happy when Moors are happy. Vixens wink fake lashes trying to trap me. 40 days and nights battling the lower demons. this is not their land, hybrids can't be free men. If this is not their land, who's the immigrant thinking they're sovereign? Imagination figment, recessive is their status, lacking pigment. Game for the Thanksgiving, but no commitment to indigenous Moors they conquered with Bibles, signs in the vitals and signs in the cycles, only to strangle, embracing my rivals. Free national standards, not playing with the tribals. Each Moor is their own Christ, not disciples. Whether hands or thoughts, no worshiping idols. Always carry my Moorish Quran, no recitals. Everyone will not process ancients' arrivals. Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
Innate mystic ability to show and prove a lesson, coupled with the agility to move you with the message, presence of divine mind to navigate you with a reference, urgent with a purpose, perfect. Emerging urban legends, real more is not a question or a choice or a preference. You are who you are, you should have the same obsession. Broke the same jewels to a dude, the corner, Jane and Western. What you reppin', all that effort, that direction, keep you separate in a world of blind sheep. I was born to be a shepherd, mind like an elephant. Got the paws of a leopard, means I'm wise and I'm strong. Crank you up like I'm a record, take you to the body shop, correct your lines to true vector manifestations. Matter, energy, and mind, spirit men unsung. Trey Young dropping dimes until you tighten up, you catching splinters from the pine. Clean the clouds out your thoughts, that's what keep you in the bind.
Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
Raka! North Star! That man. And what does that mean? Canaanland means. Read our VP every day. Uplift the V cause we are base. We enforce the law and we obey. Forefathers from before is still today. Raka! North Star! That man. And what does that mean? Canaanland means. Read our VP every day. Uplift the V cause we are base. We enforce the law and we obey. Forefathers from before is still today. Reading my Quran and my Torah. Universal laws in more rays. Read 4 chapters, receive it 4 ways. Great divine love rules our verse. Before I circle blocks, man, I circle 7s first. You bust the image, but your rhymes hurt. Declare 13 disrespected earth. Love, but it's all in God's plan. Today's mathematics don't judge a man. Unity of life, embodiment of truth. I'm responsible for every deed, cause I seen the proof. No, but Drew, X, do I have to draw it out for you? Cause nationality is not a color I can use. Jerry Spruce, standing on my square, even without shoes. On the highest authority, spirit of blue. Marcus Coffee, whirlwind times 2. The world's in the wind when the trumpet blew.
Stand up, go into your bathroom. If you got a big floor to ceiling, cut the light on and stand and take a good hard look at yourself. You are the Moorish government, you know, and it took me a long time to get to understand that concept. I self-law am master. If I can govern myself, if I can govern my household, that's what I should be doing. Why should I walk out of my door and then leave everything that I know about myself in the house to go out and adopt something that I have no knowledge thereof? Offense. So we need to stop asking that question. I ask myself this question: if not me, then who?
Death and wisdom, my friends, intelligent creatures, guardians of sacred knowledge, Olmec features, secrets of the afterlife, manifest the present day. Dirty Moors and scoundrels lose their heads in a pleasant way. Deceit and deception, negative past thoughts, keeps awareness on point. Spirit messages never off. Inner realizations, encounter the higher selves. Next plane existence explains my consistence. Without a foe, you never know, so paths most resistant. Divinity, my twin flame, side chick and mistress. Metaphysic, Kabbalistic, Almaroc mystic. Patriarch, papistics, make my thoughts sadistic. So indigenous, call me Americanistic. Invoking the ancestors, Cyrus and cryptic. Suns on rotation, flows ecliptic. Shatter all illusions, reveal the realistic. Sitting in the dark, holding the light marvelous. Recognize the artifice, skin so carbonous, hair so antenna. I feel them from Vienna, myriad of virtues, lessons in reptilian henna. Enlightenment seekers won't find it in mainstream. Focus as a laser, stay balanced like a beam. Not even a gymnast. Whenever I flip this, as above, so below, get out when within this. Don't think I'm a slave cause I speak in English. Drew, I'll leave the water, watch your flames get extinguished. Living in your higher, lower self is relinquished. Reputation of master teachers, call it distinguished. This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts, with Moors they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With this is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts, with Moors they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in the wallet, pull out pictures with fezzes, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the convo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take more science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the prophet. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma send writs again. Remain cautious, cause often it's in again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can heal the whole world without medicine. Only truth can make you a better man. Why lie? Cause you got paid to murder men. Then you try to lock them up when they riot in. That's okay, cause for freedom I'm diving in. With
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts with Moors, they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents won't explain expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with Fezzes, breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the combo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysical lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take more science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma send Brits again. Remain cautious, cause often it's in again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can heal the whole world without medicine. Only truth can make you a better man. Why lie? Cause you got paid to murder men. Then you try to lock them up when they riot in. That's okay, cause for freedom I'm diving in. With no knowledge, you come back to die again. Resurrect me not, cause I'd rather be one when I lie.
This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Islam Wars. Islam Wars. So, welcome to Q&A. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because people always have questions. It's good. Questions are good. So we got a question about this one. Let's start here. Police1.com. Police1.com. You go on their site. You know, they're the number one resource for law enforcement online. Police One. Training and all this, right? These Moors want to debate Moors about what we're doing. You want to bring up BS instead of getting organized, like Garvey told us to. Yeah. And the Moors doing their thing, they're organized. Here comes somebody trying to mess it up. Here comes somebody trying to play games, infiltrate. So Police One came out with a thing. Police One came out with a thing. American state nationals, the newest group of sovereign citizens. We told you, didn't we tell you people? Leave that state BS alone. Didn't we tell you? Didn't we tell you? We told you, right? Now, guess what happens to all that paperwork that you did or whatever now, playing around, that you don't want to be Moors. You don't want to honor Noble Drew Ali and all that. You want to make your own whatever. All right. Police One now has all you American state national whoever's on the sovereign citizen list. Look at you, big dummy. Look at you, dummy. Big dummy. We told you dummies. If you're going to say it, put it all together. If you're going to say American state national, then you have to say Aboriginal and Indigenous. You can't leave them out there because Indigenous, the ab, and then the original. Get the hell out of here with the BS. You're either all of it or none of it. Look at you. Now you're on the sovereign citizen list. You've been lying the whole time, telling people that Moors who honor Noble Drew Ali and all that stuff, we're the sovereign citizens. No, we're not. Because here comes the police one people now. Here comes Massa backing up everything Moor's been telling you people. The state national BS is a fraud. We're Aboriginal and Indigenous to the land. We don't need a state. What do we need a state for? All we need is a state of mind. That's all you need. And your state of mind is either going to be heaven or hell. Choose, pick. This stuff is not far. You just take one step over there and then you're on the path. That's how close it is. We're not even going into sovereign citizens as an oxymoron and all the BS because they play the game with Moors, right? Because they like say Moors are sovereign citizens, right? All right, fine. No problem. Check this out. Not only years ago, these people came out, tried to put Moors on the sovereign citizen body BS. We're still here. They tried, but good try. Since they couldn't do it with the Moors, now the next people in line are the people who are playing state, sovereign, American, whatever. Again, no nationality. Now to show you how crazy this is, right? This is really a lot. This is really a lot. We don't have to go through all that BS. American state national, been a fraud. We've been told you that it's a fraud. Been told you it's a fraud. Right? We are national principles. We are nationality. But state is of mind. As soon as you say state, just as soon as you say white and black, that's skin complexion. Really? No, it's not. Black and white's not skin complexion. You're wrong. Same thing with this. It's a fraud. You can't be a state. You can't. You're a national of the land. Why do you need to be a state? Everything is yours. You got your mansion, and then you're going to claim in a room talking about you're the sovereign of the whatever. Why are you claiming a room for? You have the whole stuff is yours. I mean, what are you going to a room for? And then you're setting up everything in your room, everything's squeezed up and all that stuff, and you have a whole damn mansion to use for your stuff. Playing games. Right? Yeah, we have a nationality. Yeah, we're nationals. But as soon as you go state, that's mind. And right there, there's nothing there. You don't even need to go further. So I just want to allow people know that we told you that it's a fraud. Now here comes Massa telling you that all that American state and national stuff, you people are next. They already got the pedos and the whoever out the way. All the state and national people, don't complain. Don't come knocking on our door, calling our phone. Oh, could you help it because the state is this and the state is that against me and all that stuff? Don't. Because you've been supposed to be with the real. They're playing around. Right? Playing. It's okay. You could play. You're the only one you're playing. Honest to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Been told us. Let them tell you.
Like black people.
Here we go!
Why do you put on
To your face.
there is no group of people that hate themselves like black people?
Here we go!
Why do you put on Indian human hair? Can I ask? You know how we get that hair? When nothing goes right in the life of a Hindu person, they go through a ceremony called Tansho, where the priest in the temple incantates all the bad luck they are facing onto the hair, because for them to cut hair is such a taboo. But so that it indicates a new phase of metamorphosis, they shave their hair clean. They used to burn that hair because they understood that burning all the bad luck, until they realized the stupid African woman wants to put it on their head. So you buy your own bad luck and you put it on your head. So I think I'll leave it there. There is no group of people that hate themselves like black people.
Here we go!
Why do you put on Indian human hair? Can I ask? You know how we get that hair? When nothing goes right in the life of a Hindu person, they go through a ceremony called Tansho, where the priest in the temple incantates all the bad luck they are facing onto the hair, because for them to cut hair is such a taboo. But so that it indicates a new phase of metamorphosis, they shave their hair clean. They used to burn that hair because they understood that burning all the bad luck, until they realized the stupid African woman wants to put it on
You're the scapegoat. The hair that these people are wearing or whatever like that, and then nothing's going on good for them and all that stuff. And if it is going on good, it's because they were on the director's couch and all that stuff. And only women who play that game. Yeah, somebody was saying it. It used to be only grandmas and dead people used to wear wigs or whatever. You used to be scared when you have to go in the room and the wig's up there. Right. But they take all these things. And then our people play the part. Right? Zapsters. Our people play the part. So they call them black. Because at this point, it's a minstrel show. If you don't think it's a minstrel show yet, it's just a puppet show with the strings and all that stuff, and people just doing whatever movements, and people are clapping for some. And everybody knows it's the black ones. Don't fall for it. You're gonna play yourself. You're gonna play yourself. Q&A Wednesday. Have you ever had a bad experience with someone when wearing your fez? Have I ever had a bad experience? There's one that's like intense. Bad experience wearing the fez. I think only one. There's been no. I think that's the one. There was if anybody out here knows Kennedy Station, and walking Eastern Kennedy Station to get out at Mid Scarborough Community Center. And I was coming from somewhere. I can't remember if it was like, I'm coming somewhere, but we were new in wearing the fezzes, and you know, it was probably maybe 6 months in or something. Because I had the fez outside, so it was definitely warm. So it's like a walkway, right? Like a closed-in walkway, you know, concrete all around. It's just a straight path. And then when you get to the end of the walkway, on the left there, on the right there's stairs, and then you go upstairs and it's outside. Outside's right there. And I see this lady walking toward me with a child. So she's walking toward me, and I'm walking. And she's like inching over. She's like inching over. You know what I mean? She's like inching over toward the wall. You know, we both have a wall. I'm on my wall, and she's like walking in the middle because she has the child or whatever. And then she like inches over. And she stopped and broke down crying. She stopped and just broke down crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what? You know, so I'm asking if she's all right or whatever like that. And then, you know, don't forget it's a walkway, right? So we're at one end of the walkway. On the other end of the walkway, there's this lady that's running, right? So she's crying. The lady comes up. She comes up running or whatever like that. You know, so she takes her up, and she, you know, she said, I think they were Congolese. They were Congolese. So the lady who came running now, after she talked to the lady in her language for, you know, probably like, you know, maybe like 2 minutes, right? She just took her, and as I'm getting ready to leave, because I was just looking at the play, like, you know, is she all right? She, you know, who's this lady coming running or whatever? So the lady comes and says, oh yeah, she's new to the country or whatever like that, and it's the Fez, the people who did stuff to her while she's a refugee. They wore hats like that. So I think it triggered her or something like that or whatever, you know. So she was going to meet the Congolese lady with the child, was going to go meet the other lady, right? So, and then, you know, that's when it made sense with, with the Congolese and Leopold using them against their own with the Fezzes, you know, putting the negative stigma on the Fezzes. It was, that was probably the only one, you know, because it just showed the whole completely other side of, you know, what it feels like. Right? On the other side, you see what it feels like? Okay, the opposite of that. What would the opposite of this is what it feels like? Right? So, yeah, that one was crazy. Because then doing the research and, you know, finding out about it and whatever like that, how these people like tried to make the Fez be, and it actually worked because this lady was She was, she wasn't hysterical, but she was tripping out. Like she was tripping out, and that was the last thing I thought it was. Like I thought it was, she's having some mental well, I mean, I guess it was a mental breakdown, But yeah, that was the craziest one, I think, with the Fez. I think that's the craziest one. That now I see I see it now as it's just somebody's experience because of a messed up whatever. Some people used it messed up, and that's what they saw. They didn't see the beautiful part of it. Well, yeah.
Known for its distinctive shape and deep red color, the Fez is more than just a hat. It's a symbol that has transcended time and geography. From ancient Egyptian dynasties to the courts of Moorish and Ottoman sultans to the streets of modern metropolises, the Fez has been a mark of both tradition and transition, particularly among Moorish Americans. But how did this piece of headwear become a symbol of identity, higher knowledge, and socioeconomic power? Join us as we trace its journey from ancient origins to its profound legacy as a modern symbol of intellectual authority and cultural pride. The Fez, a brimless headdress traditionally made in scarlet red with a black tassel, has its roots in North Africa, with early examples being found on sculptures of Egyptian royalty. Its modern name derives from the Moroccan city of Fez, renowned for its vibrant scarlet dye made from berries. While initially simple headgear for local peoples, the Fezzes' significance soared when the Ottoman Empire adopted it during the 19th century in a bid for modernization and unification. For Moorish Americans, the Fez symbolizes a reclamation of their lost Moorish heritage, heavily influenced by the teachings of noble Drew Ali, founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He prophesied the return to ancestral wisdom and dignity, positioning the Fez as a vessel of profound meaning, representing not only cultural identity, but also a crowning of knowledge and power. The Fez, for Moorish Americans, isn't just about identity, but also about knowledge and power. It symbolizes their rightful claim to a distinguished heritage and a life of higher intellectual and spiritual pursuits. Today, the Fez transcends its historical artifact status to remain a vibrant emblem within the Moorish American community. It is donned by scholars, leaders, and those honoring their historical lineage at cultural celebrations and academic events, embodying a bridge from past traditions to current ambitions. The Fez, with its rich hues and unique design, continues to be a proud emblem for many, connecting wearers to a historical narrative rich with significance and a future filled with promise. It is a poignant reminder that our attire often speaks volumes about where we've come from, our present standing, and the direction in which we are headed. Known for its distinctive shape and deep red color, the Fez is more than just a hat. It's a symbol that has transcended time and geography. From ancient Egyptian dynasties to the courts of Moorish and Ottoman sultans to the streets of modern metropolises, the Fez has been a mark of both tradition and transition, particularly among Moorish Americans. But how did this piece of headwear become a symbol of identity, higher knowledge, and socioeconomic power? Join us as we trace its journey from ancient origins to its profound legacy as a modern symbol of intellectual authority and cultural pride. The Fez, a brimless headdress traditionally made in scarlet red with a black tassel, has its roots in North Africa, with early examples being found on sculptures of Egyptian royalty. Its modern name derives from the Moroccan city of Fez, renowned for its vibrant scarlet dye made from berries. While initially simple headgear for local peoples, the Fezzes' significance soared when the Ottoman Empire adopted it during the 19th century in a bid for modernization and unification. For Moorish Americans, the Fez symbolizes a reclamation of their lost Moorish heritage, heavily influenced by the teachings of noble Drew Ali, founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He prophesied the return to ancestral wisdom and dignity, positioning the Fez as a vessel of profound meaning, representing not only cultural identity, but also a crowning of knowledge and power. The Fez, for Moorish Americans, isn't just about identity, but also about knowledge and power. It symbolizes their rightful claim to a distinguished heritage and a life of higher intellectual and spiritual pursuits. Today, the Fez transcends its historical artifact status to remain a vibrant emblem within the Moorish American community. It is donned by scholars, leaders, and those honoring their historical lineage at cultural celebrations and academic events, embodying a bridge from past traditions to current ambitions. The Fez, with its rich hues and unique design, continues to be a proud emblem for many, connecting wearers to a historical narrative rich with significance and a future filled with promise. It is a poignant reminder that our attire often speaks volumes about where we've come from, our present standing, and the direction in which we are headed. Known for its
Man, the Fez is amazing. Fez is amazing. And that was khalifamedia.com. Just go get the books off the site. Let's go get the books. There's other stuff there too. But you'll set yourself up good if you get the books. Why did Noble Drew Ali tell Moors put down their swords and that the Moorish divine movement is not revolutionary? When you look at what Noble Drew Ali told the Moors to live by, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Just on the first principle alone, there should be no issues when dealing with whoever. And remember, that was during the time of Noble Drew Ali, when he was around. He was the sword. Because he could have killed them all for being traitors and sellouts. What does he want them to do? Kill them? All? I have a right to leave you and all that? He knew these people around him weren't the ones. That's why he told them, this is for the future generations. With their eyes wide open, seeing and knowing. And know that you don't need to, swords. Everybody deals with principles. We're not going to have any issues. It's just not enough people want to do by principles. People want to do it by emotions and feelings and looks and all type of other stuff that has nothing to do with anything. So there's no, like, even from the perspective of, okay, let's fight for our whatever. Moor's been fighting. What do you think? Going to court, dealing with people who don't want to accept your stuff, dealing with you put your autograph on something, they don't think that that's the way it should be done. Like, Moor's been fighting. Your own family fighting with them because they don't want to accept the teachings. Moor's been fighting. So this is constantly revolutionary. But you don't need to be, with the swords out here. And then in this day and age, it's not too smart to bring, a sword to gunfights, especially when you have a right to bear arms and all that stuff. So don't get too swayed into certain things. We have the principle that speaks for itself. Love's the first principle. So that should be above all, before everything else. Right? Swords is justice. That's back there. How you get all the way back there? You didn't deal with love yet. How you get to justice? And everything being mental, you know, the revolutionary and the swords and whatever like that, all that is mental anyways. It has to be perceived before the manifest. Nothing's created before there's a blueprint. Something had to go from the mind to the manifest. All right. So this is about living by the principles. That's what this is about. With the principles first, you wouldn't have any issues, and then you'll be able to, you know, that's also your radar, so you can see whoever else is with you. You realize that it's few. That's why Drew Ali told you, few faithful Moors. So don't get carried away. Right? You have your part to do. Everybody has their part that they should be doing. Whether they do it or not, that's up to them. So you have an option. You know, you're choosing whatever else before your nation, then, you know, just don't complain about stuff. If you're not going to put in the work to see what it is you want this to be, you're not going to put in the work, then why would you have something? Why would there be something there? Can you explain why each MSTA can make its own temple laws and guidelines? Is there an explanation as to why all MSTA do not follow the exact temple model of Noble Drew Ali's first temple? After Noble Drew Ali's first convention, he was assassinated. We only got a charter to be Moor Science Temple of America because some Moors were not sellouts. And they saw us being interested in the Moorish movement, in the Moorish nation, in our nationality as Moors, and being from Toronto, it's prophecy that Noble Drew Ali said there's going to be a temple in Toronto, and the temple came to us to be a temple to go back to Toronto as a temple. That was their, you know, personal thank you from Noble Drew Ali for all the work that they've been putting in over all the years. Their thank you was that they're going to be the ones to establish the prophecy of Noble Drew Ali that there's going to be a temple in Toronto, Canada. A Moor Science temple here. There's going to be an actual building with an address here for this individual, Noble Drew Ali, born in North Carolina. He has something in Toronto, and you think this isn't where it's at? And this is the first one ever? And nobody's not looking at this as a historical Moorish landmark for all the Moors? That every Moor should be writing every whoever to say, yo, I'm going to be crossing the border. I'm using my ID because I'm going to my historical landmark. Right? And Moors have done that already. Moors have made the pilgrimage already. Whether they did it in spirit, whether they did it in meditation, whether they did it in supporting in some kind of way, Moors made the pilgrimage to Canaanland. And then in our temple, based on the sellout again, the same sellout right? We're going to lose members. We're going to have members not just want to be Moors anymore and go be Moors with some other Moors over there instead of just supporting the foundation. And the foundation is what Noble Drew Ali brought, not people's emotions. I could care not about their emotions. So for our temple, our guideline were other Moor Science Temple of Americas that were around in 2008. And that was few. It was the Moors who brought us up and maybe 5 other Moor Science temples or Moorish Holy Temple of Sciences. Right? So, like we were talking about earlier, the state is the Moor Science Temple of America. That'll be the state. If we're gonna say we're playing state games, okay, then that's the state. And every Moor Science Temple of America is a state because they got a body, and in the body, those are citizens, and they're taking their place amongst the affairs of men. That's a nation. Same thing these modern Europeans trying to do with their state, whatever. Then they have a constitution and all that stuff, and they're pretty much acting as if they're a country. They're going to tell the national, hey, we're not going to be doing that. We have our own stuff that we're going to be doing. Same thing. Just when more start doing it, people start getting funny. Because Moors exercising their birthright isn't the same as everybody else exercising their birthright. Especially since compounded interest and all that. So the whole concept was messed up after they assassinated Noble Drew Ali. Right. It was messed up right there. Because now you don't know who to trust. And since you can't trust any of these people, you can always go back to Noble Drew Ali. That's why he left you the books and all that stuff, so you can have it. That's why he left you your divine constitution and all that. In 2006, 2007, researching this info, Moor Science Temple of Americas told me I can't get a Quran unless I'm a member. Temples, multiple temples told me that. Multiple. No, this is 06 or something. Calling all over. Contacting through whatever means to find out about this thing, this Moorish thing. The stuff's been messed up. Right? That stuff that you're talking about. You start asking questions about certain things. How come there's so many grand major temples, and why can't the Moors get this? Because there was a sellout. What don't you get? There was a sellout to keep this confused. Because logically, this works. Have a temple, you go to the temple, proclaim your nationality. Now you're a national, and then you can take whatever it is that you have. You're supposed to be able to put it in the temple. And then that's how it builds up its. You know what finance people had back then? No one wants to do with it. Asiatics, 1920s. Garvey had stocks that you could buy stocks. People were buying those. I think they got him out the way. Right? How you're expecting it is how it's supposed to be. It's not like that because of the sellout. And whatever you see happening, make sure you double, triple, quadruple check them. Make sure you check them on multiple levels before you start going and joining and signing up and doing all that BS, thinking that this is some group join thing. Right? It's the works. Right? The explanation is that people sold out your movement and your temple and your prophet. Just like Moors always say, somebody has the audios and they're playing games. Right? If they got whatever audios from the 1920s, then they got Noble Drew Ali audios. That's just what it is. You can't tell me you don't. Somebody's got them. You know, going back again to the explanation as to why MSTA doesn't this and that, because there was a sellout. Right? These people who sold out, they wouldn't have gave us no charter. They would have had us running around, jumping backwards through hoops and all that stuff before we even get to the part of charter. Or they might just say, okay, here, give us 500 and we'll give you a charter. And then now that dummy takes the charter and goes and does madness with it. Right? So us getting a charter, the sincerity is why we got a charter. Because we took a 14-hour bus to find out about Moorish nationality. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty serious if you're gonna take 14-hour bus to find out about Mars, you're probably serious about this. That's how they looked at it. And they told us to our face, these people wouldn't be giving you any charter. Right? They would rape you. They would tell you collect all your dues and then give it to them for them to go sit on their ass. Don't do it. Don't give them jack. You do what you're supposed to do up there for Canaanland. Because these people didn't do anything to make sure there's something there. Right. Moore said, yeah, these are some serious Moors. These are some Moors that we wish we had. You know? And that's how. And everybody knows those Moors who we got our charter from. Everybody knows them. Right. And when we're talking BS about what the temple did and how people have it so messed up in their head about what the temple is and how the temple's supposed to be and why isn't this and why isn't that when it comes to Moor Science Temple, just remember, we're not saying all that for you to look down on the temple. I'm not saying that you look at it like, oh no, I can't support it because look at all this confusion that he's talking about. That's not what you're being told this for. You're being told this so you know the truth about why you don't have anything. the truth about it. You've been lying to us. We're not accepting lying anymore. We're studied now. We're studied. Not just some black guys anymore. We're studied now. And because we're studied, you can't tell me any BS. Right? So the temple is right and exact. The people running it are what's in question. Right? So for example, again, right? People are going to say that they're Grand Major Temple. Grand Major Temple is giving warrants of authority. Grand Major Temple is giving warrants of authority to people who are in our temple that we kicked out because they were sellouts. And now they're giving them a warrant of authority to be out here calling themselves Moor Science Temple of America. Now, why wouldn't Grand Major Temple just contact the people saying they're Moor Science Temple of America since 2008 and ask them to just get on board with what they're doing? Why wouldn't they do that? Because they already see the works and know the track record, know that they can't play me, because I know all the master teachers who those people hate and talk BS about and play the same sovereign citizen games that the Popo people are playing, which should let you know something if both of them are playing the same game when it comes to active Moors. So because they sold out, now they're trying to hide their hand and claim that they're the authority of the whatever. See, we started a temple out here or whatever like that, when there's been a temple here already, and you're a Grand Major Temple and you never reached out or anything like that. You don't even want to know where we got our charter from or anything. And you're the authority. You didn't have us pulling up to the temple one day and there's a Moor out there waiting on us. Like, yeah, you more got a charter? We need to see your charter because we're Grand Major Temple. And if you're claiming you're Moor Science Temple of America and you're not with us, then we need to check your stuff. Ain't doing none of that. You're playing games. If you've been sold out, weren't active for 80 to 100 years, now Moors are active. Now they're popping up saying that they're giving people warrants of authority so they could be Moor Science Temple of America. Out here, where we're at, when we've been Moor Science Temple of America out here, and these Grand Major whoever's never reached out, not once. The modern ones, Belial reached out. And he didn't have any issues with anything that we're doing. Keep doing the work. You're doing good for the Moors in Canada. People aren't serious. Playing games with the birthright. And wants you to play the game too. So which is why Noble Drew Ali put in that temples could make their own laws and all that stuff, because he knew that about the sellout. So even if they sell out, you still have your own laws and customs or whatever that you're following as a temple, so that you can stay in order still. Without, this is why we have administrative functions and all that. Because some people realized that there was a sellout. And they said, yeah, we're going to give everybody the info. Now everybody has it. Now what are you going to do with it now that you got it? It's unfortunate that all MSTAs do not follow the exact temple model of Noble Drew Ali's first temple. Right? Because people sold out. But that doesn't mean we're not going to take what Noble Drew Ali left and with MSTA do the best that we could do with this. And I guarantee it's going to be better than the stuff these people have been doing for the past 100 years playing games with this. I guarantee you that. You know, you should feel so hurt that these people sold out. You know, you should be bothered. Look where they have you now. Right? Without your birthright. You know, honors to the Moors who know. Figure this thing out. Honors to you. Why do Moors think they did everything? How could black people be Moors when the Moors were killed in Spain? If we just trace back, you know, say right now, 2024, if we go back to the 1600s, what was our position? And then if we go back 1400s, what was our position? So when we go back again, what was our position? So we realize prior to this fraud of us being in America, we were ruling. We were ruling the entire planet. The whole earth was our domain. We could go anywhere we want, build whatever we want anywhere. Right? We're the founders of civilization. So when we say the Moor did everything, we're saying the dark-skinned people did everything. We're the foundation. We're the grand architects. And so there's no killed Moors in Spain. That's just a group of Moors. Moors are all over the world. The group of Moors of Spain is not all the Moors in the world. That's just those Moors over there. But they want you to think those Moors are over there are the only Moors. But then we have 1913 with Noble Drew Ali with Fezzes and all that stuff, and everybody knows Fezzes means Moors. So, well, he's in America, so what's that have to do with over there? He's over here. So if he's over here and he's saying this is not to be compared to any Back to Africa movement, it pretty sounds like he did everything to me. So yeah, the Moors don't think they did everything. Moors know we did everything. The good, the bad, and the ugly. It was us. We're the foundation of it all. And the sooner we realize that and change tune, the better off we'll be. But you know, A lot of people want to play games, so they want to play black games, no problem. Everybody knows the black guys are slaves. So if that's where you want to put yourself in the timeline of humanity, you're going to put yourself in the part where you are a slave, then go right ahead. I picked the part where we were ruling. I'll go with that over the slave BS. Right? If Moors are from North Africa, how are they indigenous to America? Again, Noble Drew Ali is from America. And he called us Moors, Moorish American, Moorish, but he's over here. That tells me that Moors are indigenous to the Americas. Because if this individual who was born in 1886 here, and then he's traced back and all his family is from here, well, that means that he didn't come from no North Africa, which is why he could say, it is most earnestly hoped that the Moorish Science Temple of America is not compared to any back to Africa BS. Because we're indigenous to America. And we are Moors, whether it's South America, Central America, North America, or the American islands. Americana. Noble Drew Ali is from here, the Americas. He's indigenous. What did he say our nationality is? Moorish American, not North African, not West African. Moorish American. If you guys are Moors, why does all your leaders look at you as blacks? Majority of our leaders that our people hold in high regard, if they were identifying our people as blacks, they were either compromised or they were a sellout. Because nobody can do some historical research and not bump into all this Moorish history. Don't forget, which also goes into Egypt, because that's North Africa. Since you want to play in North Africa or Moors games. All right, well, Egypt's North Africa. So that means the Egyptians are Moors then, right? Because you keep bringing up this North Africa, fine. Then Egypt and all the pyramids and all that stuff and Kush and all that were Moors then. Because that's North Africa. No one could do research. No one could have a degree and not hear about the Moors. I don't care what degree it is. In their learning, the Moors are going to come up. Why these people don't tell the people that they're Moors? Like, for example, all the books that we have on black issues, right? All the books that we have with black issues. If black was replaced with Moor in all those writings, Some of those people might have only been able to write one book. Because, you know, niggers always have to go to them for stuff. Right? So when they print the book in certain places, it would say Moor instead of Negro and Black. And then in certain places where people colonized, the same book that said Moor and Egyptian and whatever now says Black. Same book, but two different parts of the world. And then you realize so we are past the stage of waiting or whatever. You know, we're carrying on this work, uplifting our people by uplifting ourselves. And we're going to ride till the wheels fall off. Right? So the engine falls through the thing, we're gonna ride. Because there's nothing but the Moorish paradigm. There's nothing else. Anything else you're trying, you're playing yourself. Because the Moorish paradigm is it. You know, just do your research on the Moors and you'll see. You'll see how easy it is. Right. There's a blockage with our people. That's why we always say this is just for the two in the back. We're just here for the few faithful ones. We ain't concerned with anybody else. Just a few faithful ones who are going to put their everything in this because they know that's what just has to be done. You know, those are the ones we're looking for. Everybody else, they're not worthy to grab the gospel plow. They're not worthy. Oh yeah, let me check the Islam to the Moors in the chat. Let me check the chat, see if there's any all caps in here. Because I haven't been on this screen in a while. What is going in? Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Which begs the question, when is the sword applicable, righteous, just? When anyone speaks falsely of the prophet, I know. But in our individual lives, being part and parcel, when is it cool? Like, you have to go through all the principles before you get to justice. So you're always starting at love. That's the first punch. The first punch is love. And then if love doesn't work, then you go to the next punch, the next punch, and the next punch. But if you get to justice, know that there's going to be repercussions as well. So be prepared for, every action causes a reaction. So be prepared for the reaction you're going to get if you get to the point of justice. That it shouldn't even get to there. From love, the stuff's supposed to be done. Right. And of course, it depends on the situation. You know, if you're getting, you know, molested or something like that, then yeah, you might have to exact justice right now. Forget 5 principles. 1, justice. You know, you're fighting for your life or something like that, then yeah, justice. You know, but again, there's repercussions. If you get all the way to justice and you have to pull the justice card, be prepared for whatever is coming back to you. Right. Honest to all the Moors. All right. Well, yeah, mothers getting connected. That's what's up. Islam to that. You mothers need to connect. All you mothers need to connect. Just put aside your little whatever and just connect. Just for a little, just to see what the vibe could be. If you could just, you know, just connect. Flaming Dragon. My mom's Cherokee descent. Asked her if she knew who Prophet Drew Ali was, but she says her dad was a Moor. I was so surprised when she said that about her dad. She would only say he was very dark. Okay? And that's somebody Cherokee. But think about, remember, Noble Drew Ali told us that we're Moors, right? And he was Cherokee. And then Flaming Dragon's mom is of Cherokee descent. And her dad knew he was a Moor. You can't need more than that. If you need more than that, then you're really under the spell. Kingu got you. You're in Kingu's belly. You're in Kingu's belly. You're just the dangling thing in there, holding on for dear life in Kingu. Should we learn Arabic? You can learn whatever you want. Knowledge is out there. You can learn multiple languages. Why not? Why not? You know, but don't go learn Arabic because Kudro said, you know, go and learn Arabic because you want to learn it for whatever reasoning that you have to learn it. Don't go learn it because some guy over here said you should learn Arabic so you could read treaties or whatever. No, I mean, they translate them to English. So what? What you talk about? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why would it be that different? Oh, well, the letters and the sounds of the, yeah, but it's, I mean, if it's that serious for you to learn Arabic so you could read some treaties or whatever in Arabic, then hey, go learn Arabic if it's like that. You know. Everybody Arabic who I talk to, their English is all right. They understand what I'm saying when I say English. So I might know one or two words or something with them, but I'm not going to go learn no Arabic. But if that's your thing that you want to do, yeah, go do that. Put 5,000% into that. Do Moors have to vote? I mean, they don't have to if it's nothing to do with you. If the vote has nothing to do with you, then what are you voting for? No. Like, for example, somebody I knew was running, so I went and voted because I knew somebody who was running. And get them a vote. But other than that, I'm not going to vote for. So that has nothing to do with me. Don't forget this Saturday, Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, Justice Tour. Stop 3. Stop 3. Going to be near Springfield, getting it in with the Moors out there. So it'll be live right here Saturday. Honors to all the Moors who've been supporting the Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, Justice Tour from the beginning. Honors. My family is Carib or West Indians, but we know that we are Moors. Yep. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. GS, what are your thoughts on speculation of a civil war this summer? Civil war between who? Iron Man and Captain America and Iron Man have there's another civil war coming up? There's another, I didn't hear about it. I didn't hear about it. I didn't know. This is the land of milk and honey. They're not letting it happen here. If it happens here, plane already went into building and they just, made a monument and pulled over and then kept it moving, I mean, so civil war. People ran up in the damn Senate building and all that. Chimpanzee from the damn balcony. Civil war. Civil nothing going on right now. Yeah, I heard about the movie, but I didn't see it yet. I heard the movie's all right. Yeah, anytime you hear war, that's confusion. As soon as you hear war, you just know there's confusion. Automatically. As soon as you hear war, somebody's trying to confuse me. Don't fall for it. How could blacks who call themselves Moors control the seas when you were in slavery? Because there was no slavery. How about that part? How about the part that they never bring up? That there's no slavery. If there's no slavery? So if there's no slavery, of the black guys, then that means they would have time to be the ones who were controlling the seas. Because to dock a boat is called mooring and nothing else. Everybody who has a boat, so they're mooring the boat. How's everybody who has a boat say that they're mooring the boat? Because the Moors were the ones who were controlling the seas. Moor, M-O-O-R-I-N-G, mooring. Then when you get the anchor and you throw it over, there's a mooring. Mooring. Right. So it sounds like you're new, If that doesn't help you out, just send some more. Send some more again. We'll definitely add on a little more. I'm still confused about the Moors being Muslim if our religion is Islam. Let's help you with your confusion. So you can see how it's confusing because of, the everything that you hear. Right? But if you're listening from the wrong source, you will end up confused. So we'll go again, but it's going to play a few times because maybe it has to sink in. Maybe it has to sink in.
The makeup, the Muslim. Muslim is what? Muscles and tissues. Fetus and Muslim means exactly the same thing. Ain't got nothing to do with what you believe. Has nothing to do with anything but science. The actual physical existence of a being with muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway. Existence of a being with muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion.
And listen to and listen to the mother that comes on after. Say that one more time. We got you, mother. We got you.
And religion is only elementary science anyway. Muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway. Muslim is muscles and tissues, the makeup, the Muslim. Muslim is what? Muscles and tissues. Fetus and Muslim means exactly the same thing. Ain't got nothing to do with what you believe. Has nothing to do with anything but science. The actual physical existence of a being with muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway. Existence of a being with muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway. Muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway. Muslim is muscles and tissues, the makeup, the Muslim. Muslim is what? muscles and tissues. Fetus and Muslim means exactly the same thing. Ain't got nothing to do with what you believe. Has nothing to do with anything but science. The actual physical existence of a being with muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway. Existence of a being with muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway. Muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway. Muslim is muscles, tissues, the makeup, the Muslim. Muslim is what? Muscles and tissues. Fetus and Muslim means exactly the same thing. Ain't got nothing to do with what you believe. Has nothing to do with anything but science. The actual physical existence of a being with muscles and tissues and electrical chemical system is a Muslim. It's not religion. And religion is only elementary science anyway.
Religion is only elementary science anyway. Exactly. Islam to that. Islam to the master teacher. Always dropping jewels. It was an oldie but goodie. And that's why if you're not learning from the master teachers, you learn from some goofy that could just push a live button. Then look at you. Looking like a goofy. I see some Moors selling fezzes, but I see Moors going to the Masonic store instead of Moors. So when you go to Moors, if they don't have this, see on top of the fez right here? You got 9 holes, 12 holes, and 18 holes. You got 4 of them. Moors look for this. Moors look for this. And if the fez doesn't have this, it's not the one. All this is part of the science of it. Of us having a religion, Islamism. Islamism. Okay, let's see again. Let's see again. Where is it? Oh, okay, here it is. There we go. So when you look at the top of the fez, you're looking at the M for Islam. You're looking at the M for Islam. The crossified zero zodiac circle is the last principle of Islam. It is the mark of the master and signifies that when one has completed the 360 degrees of learning in one level, he must now embark on his first degree of the next. The quartered circle denotes the division of matter into both visible and invisible, animate and inanimate, and organic and inorganic states. The lower half, that is, however, the upper divided half, represents spirit divided into the physically visible and invisible higher planes. The master symbol also represents one of the four seasons, the four directions, north, south, east, west, the four quarters or essences of man, the four quarters of the dollar system, and the four lunar phases. The four lunar phases are of the great significance as represented by the fifth principle of Islam because they have the most powerful influence upon all terrestrial life, second only to the vitalizing influence of the sun. The moon exerts more power on Earth because it is closer than any other planet. The last quarter is the strongest. When the moon is full, it is closest to the Earth and has an adverse effect on the lower nature of man. Luna is also the fastest planet in the part of the universe, for it takes only 28 days to make its orbit around Earth. Also, the power exerted on women is exhibited through Luna. The four quarters of the master symbol, 90 times 4, equals 360 degrees. This is the number 9, the number of man. Every man is born on a square. The baby lies on a 90-degree angle in the woman's womb from conception to birth and is in gestation for 9 months, supreme manifestation. All right. The M of Islam. So when we look at the top of the Fez, the first 9, that's the womb and being in there. First 9, then 12. And then just go do your research, the metaphysics of the number 12. And then go do 18 after that. So when Moor say, we have our Fez, we get our Fez, then you check the top. No holes, somebody's playing games with you. We're not even going to the tassel and the button and nothing else yet. We just deal with those holes at the top. What people think it's air vent or something like that. When it's your science. It's your science. It's a good test. It's a good test. You need to know if they gave you a real one. Look for the holes at the top. Mm-hmm. Buyers beware. Buyers beware. So that's why we go to the Masonic spot, because the Masonic spot seems to be the only ones who have the Moorish Fez with the holes on the top. All that is part of the science of the Fez. If you have any questions, put them in the all caps. Can you do a brief explanation of why Asians are Moors and not Caucasian? Why does consanguinity and birthrights stop with them? Also, what is exactly that we get to demand because of our birthright and consanguinity? So the first part with the Asians, right? There's Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Angkor Wat, Cambodia, the temples there have African featured faces on the temple, similar to like the Olmecs. The continent of Africa was once known as South Asia. And then we think that's how the Asians have so much jurisdiction there to do the madness that they're doing, that the Africans are complaining. They shouldn't be able to come here and do that. Well, if they're calling it Asia, they can. If they call it Africa, they can't. But if they call it Asia, so Caucasians not being Moorish isn't a knock on them. They have their lineage. They have their lineage. That's all. Their lineage is not that they're Moors. They can be amalgamated Moors. They can be amalgamated Moors. When Drew Ali said not to amalgamate, yeah, he did. He did. We do not wish to. But for scientists, we also know that, love is the first principle. So if you really love, then that's not looking at skin complexion. No, you're not stop. Yeah, some skin complexions not stopping love from happening. And so when we look at it, why does it stop at them? It's about the ancestor. When you trace back, everybody trace back to the Asiatic woman. Everybody trace back to the Asiatic woman. We always look at it like the Caucasians are the last born. And so how many ever you want to put between first and last, they're last. So it's not that they're not Moors, they're amalgamated because we have the same mom, even though we look different. Very different. We have the same mom. So that's why they can make certain claims. But the supreme claim, the absolute claim, is with the Moors, is with you know. You know, and the European, it's not a birthright, it's just a right. Because you know they're at this point they're human beings, so they got some rights. Or they're a child and they're gonna get rights. So either way you look at it, the European's gonna have some rights. You know, the people want to talk caveman stuff, white devils, and all that stuff. They could talk all that BS all they want. You know, but unless the people are gonna be dragging them out their house to put them on the boat back to Europe, they're not leaving like that. So you're gonna be dealing with them. You know, so everybody's gonna have their place. It's us taking our place. That's our issue. Because it's not about us demanding, it's about us being. If you can be a Moor all the time with no issues, and then you're looking at, well, what could I get if I be a Moor? As soon as you go there, you're done. Because the moment you don't get what your expectation is leading you toward, then you're gonna say, oh, it's this. It's the Moorish whatever that made it happen. Well, no, it could have been self that made it happen. And don't look at some external thing as, you know, the one who did it all the time. Sometimes check within just to see if you're you know, resonating right. You know, like Moors, majority of Moors would demand just to be left the hell alone from these colonists. They don't even want nothing from them like that. Like, let me exercise whatever right that I need to exercise, and no issues from you, and we're good. Majority there's jurisdictions where there's Moors where they went and they sat with sheriff and all that stuff, and they came to some reasonable decision. You know, they spoke with the judge. They had their in chambers hearing and dealt with it off the court floor. The judge said, "Yeah, I get it, but you know, everybody needs to have a license out here. Like, that's just what it is." Well, then give me my 10 days or my 30 or my 3 or my community hours or whatever, so I can get out of here. I'm not going to say that I'm not a Moor. And they get their community hours or 1 day or their 2 days and get kicked out through the back door or whatever. You know, so there's nothing to get like that. This is divine and national. So let the divine part, marinate in the divine. You know, don't get too anxious to do some national or whatever, because doing national with no divine there, you're gonna fail. Divine has to be there, strong. That's your foundation. You know. So don't forget Moors. Remind them. Remind them that Massa said that the American state nationals are now sovereign citizens now. Right? I told you don't need the state BS, but you don't want to hear more as well. Maybe you're listening to your God, the modern European, tell you. Maybe you listen to your God tell you. So there's your God letting you know. All right. Honors to all the Moors living true to the cause. Staying true to the cause. Always stay true to the cause. Right. Canaanland Moor. So it's like, yeah, this is mine, but let's do it your way to some degree because you're under occupation. Like, it's occupation. These people have jails and stuff like that they would kidnap people. Why put yourself in predicaments that's going to have you engaging these people who you know are colonists and kidnappers and rapers and whatever else that they are? Like, why even have any interactions with them? How are they even coming up if you're living by your principles and all that? These people shouldn't even be coming up. There shouldn't even be anything going on in your life where these people are around. Which is why I was saying again that if you're realizing that, hey, there's a lot, these people are around a lot, maybe you have to check yourself. Maybe it's not them. Maybe you're drawing them to you. Maybe you need to do a cleanse, or do a detox, or do a declutter. Move around some stuff, change up the energies. You know, because I know that it's occupation, so I'm not doing anything to be. I don't gotta prove to them that I'm more in their kangaroo court or whatever. For what? Prove what to who? For what? I need to go to court for it to prove what to who? Please. And going in the lion's den with pork chop draws on, talking about no jurisdiction. You have jurisdiction. Right? I don't see them people. Haven't seen those people in long time. Long. Been there, done that. I ain't seeing them. I could be a Moor without seeing them people. You think you have to see them people to be a Moor? Anybody who told you that, they're tripping. Right? They're tripping. I haven't seen them people in a long time. You know. But you know, that's not, you know, yesterday I stopped seeing them. I'm saying years. Don't see them. Don't go in their venues. No interactions with them. No need to. You know, what am I seeing them for? I'm living a righteous life. Why am I bumping into these unrighteous people all the time? You know. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Supreme honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Honors to the Prophet. Peace and love to all the Moors in the chat. The Moors in the chat. Honors to you. I'm glad that Moors are able to show that there's everything that our people want this to be. You know, everything that they question, it's in their face with Moors. You know, so honors to all you Moors who are staying true to the cause, and the Moors that keep the Prophet's name up front, keep mentioning him, because they didn't do him justice, but we will. Peace and love to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the mothers. Honors to all the faithful Moors. Noble Drew Ali is the man. Peace and love, Moors. Oh yeah, don't forget tomorrow night, Sons of Allah, 7:30 p.m. right here, Canaanland Moors YouTube. Mizraim L and Cujo L. Peace and love to all the Moors. Islam.